Minecraft 1.18's first official snapshot. Let's go. Welcome to the first official snapshot from Minecraft 1.18. So far we've had a total of 6 experimental snapshots for this version, and we'll start with going through those changes and then into the changes for this update. So one of the features for the Minecraft 1.18 snapshots is a buff/nerf to the Elytra. So the Elytra is, well, not supposed to be taking damage right now. When you are just gliding, it's not supposed to be taking damage anymore. And then when you use your fireworks, it's supposed to take damage. This has either been nerfed or removed. There's nothing said about it in the patch notes for this update, and it could just be a bug, like many of the changes that never happen in these wonderful snapshots. This is a snow-capped peak, and then this is a snowy slope. These are 2 of the new biomes added to 1.18, as well as the Grove and Meadow, which are kind of these transitional biomes. Every time I've tried to find them, I really can't see a difference between them and the other local terrain. You also have Stony Shores, which are small stony catacombs on the edges of your peaks. And then you have the Stony Peaks, which are basically snowy slopes with just stone, just so that you don't have a snowy mountain in the middle of the Sahara Desert. The other set of changes for 1.18 all involve the new terrain generation underground. There are 3 types of caves now in Minecraft. You have our old spaghetti caves, as you would call them. These are most similar to them. You have the new cheese caves, which are like this huge one I'm heading to right now. And then you have noodle caves, which are these very thin cylindrical ones like this. Inside of these, you also have variations of these caves, such as this tiny dripstone cave here. They're normally much larger. Oh, like that. These dripstone caves, which are very nice. But obviously, you're worried about probably the most important biome, which is the Lush Caves, the home of the axolotl, the new favorite mob of Minecraft. These guys will only spawn in Lush Caves as of this snapshot, and they must have stone above them, so they will be a lot harder to find. So maybe keep yours alive for a little bit and breed them. Both the world height and depth have been increased to match what was in the 1.17 snapshots before they decided to move all the caves and cliffs features into 2 updates. Many of us who are used to survival are used to playing like this, where you have to have your F3 menu up to see if your light level ever reaches 7, because that's where mobs used to spawn. Now mobs only naturally spawn above a light level of 0. That's right, if you have a torch, you got 15 blocks of free space. This will reduce the need for lighting everywhere in your nice creative survival builds and in your nice creative builds. The exception to these lighting rules here are mob spawners. They now require a higher light level than they used to prevent mob spawning. But for you map makers, you will enjoy the new lighting override feature for these mob spawners. And now we'll move on to the updates specific to this snapshot. These are all most of them are within this option screens here. You have your music and sound settings. You can now set it to a specific audio device. You can see right here, it's currently outputting to my laptop, which you might hear a little bit of noise from that. And we can also change it back to my headset. We can then go into our video settings and check out this priority updates. This is a visual thing for how things are updated with like lighting and such. There's not much that makes sense about this one, honestly, to me. I do know the one thing they mentioned is that nearby is almost identical to the previous versions. I'm gonna try player for a while, see how it works. In addition, the other options that have been moved around are your control options. Used to, all these were in the key binding setting, and they have moved the toggle controls for sneak and sprint out, as well as your mouse settings and auto jump, and your keybinds can now be accessed through this button here. For those of you with epilepsy or other visually triggered disorders, you may want to go ahead and check out your accessibility settings in 1.18 because they've added the feature highlighting lightning flashes. And for those of you who aren't losers, make sure to turn your monochrome logo on. Dark mode rocks. Now, Mojang, as you know, is a very ethical company. They have made the dolphins to make us aware of endangered species, as well as the turtle, foxes, and axolotls, all intentional for protecting endangered species. And the endangered species of the villagers no longer have to protect their young from pillagers, because the pillagers no longer attack babies. It's just us players who will abduct them and put them in breeding farms and torture them by scaring them consistently so that they will produce us infinite amounts of iron. How ironic. For those of you like me who used to mess with scoreboards a lot, you will be happy to hear that the name length limit for all scoreboard related items such as scoreboards, teams, no longer have a length limit. That's right, you can have as long of a name as you would like. Just try not to break my screen, please. For those of you who run servers, you may be curious to check out the JRF Server Performance Statistics Manager. This is something that's being added into Minecraft, or there are additional features coming this version. So I'd strongly suggest going and looking at the patch notes so that you can best serve your clients. So you are wondering, how can I update and what's going to be the difficulties with updating to this massive update? Well, right now, Mojang is not allowing any old version of Minecraft to update into the 1.18 snapshots, as well as 1.2 and older will no longer be able to update directly into 1.18. It is strongly suggested right now that you go ahead and update to 1.6 and above, then update into 1.18. Probably one of the best bugs I have seen since my time working with Minecraft. And that's involving dinner bunk. Apparently these guys were not always looking straight at the food like most mobs do. And so now you just get chickens staring at you, begging for food while they scrape their heads across the ground for your amusement. Have you ever been trying to send a message to your friends while you're going to sleep and, it just, you just kind of start typing and you're going, it's a long message and you keep on going and you keep on going and wait. Wait, what? I'm getting distracted here. Because the message is still there. Yeah, that never worked before. I guess you could just roll it off your back, because it's a good update. Without further ado, I do hope that y'all have enjoyed this video, and make sure to check out this snapshot and fill out the survey on Minecraft's website. I have it linked down below as well for your convenience. Mojang is trying to collect performance data on various machines to see how well this update will perform on multiple systems to provide the best product possible to their clients. But without further ado, this is Negative Light signing out, and God bless y'all.